In the early days of building my online business and growing my audience, I made one simple change to my social media content, and it made a huge difference. It made probably the biggest difference. It's a change that is very simple to make. It's a change that you can make today. You don't have to buy any extra equipment. You don't have to do anything crazy or outlandish or fancy. It's a really simple change, but it is a change that I promise you, if you implement, has a huge impact on both growing an audience, building trust, getting your message across, and getting clients for your coaching business. So I started my online business. I started my dog training business, my coaching business, and I was doing in-person stuff as well. And I knew at the beginning I needed to grow an audience. I wanted to grow a following because I knew that was going to help and aid my business. So I started posting content like most of you guys will. I started doing Instagram posts, just pictures. I started doing some carousels. I started doing B-roll video of me doing something, and then with some text on screen and things like that. Like most of you are already doing, I see it out there all the time. Personal trainers, dog trainers, you're using B-roll content of you doing something and then putting text over the screen. And that works to a degree, it can work. And I still run some of that sort of content now, and it does have an impact. However, the change I made is a really simple change, and it's a change you probably know you should be making. And that was talking to the camera. I started to film videos where I spoke exactly like I'm doing now. I spoke directly to the camera. And when I started doing them, the first few didn't get as much traction, but after I got into a bit of a flow, everything compounded. My social media following started to grow much, much faster than it had done before. I was getting far more engagement on my videos, far more comments and likes and shares. I was getting far more interest in my business. More people wanted to work with me. More people were interested in my services. And there is a very good reason for it. When you talk directly to the camera, you can do, I think, three things. I think it has three things. Number one is your personality comes across. When I talk to the camera, people get to know me. The same as if you talk to a camera, people get to know you. So I started talking to the camera and more people felt like they knew me. More people could see my expressions, could see the way that I'm talking, hear what I'm saying, my vocal inflections, everything. It made a big impact. Secondly, it meant that I could get my message across. If I was using a bit of B-roll, maybe 10 seconds, 15 seconds piece of B-roll, it's very difficult to get your message across. It's very difficult to get your training across and to really help someone. But when I started filming 60-second, maybe even 90-second reels, it meant that I could talk. It meant that I could explain it. It meant that I could get my training across to people and my message much, much easier, much quicker, much more simpler, and much more digestible for them as well. Because, a lot of these things, and I do this now, where you have a long caption, which is really detailed, a lot of people just don't read them. People are on social media, they're scrolling. They're not on social media to be reading lots of stuff. And thirdly, and this is the most important one, is what it does is it builds trust. You have never built trust with somebody simply by seeing them, simply by just seeing them do something. You've never built trust with them. You only ever really build trust with somebody when they talk to you, they explain something to you. For example, David Attenborough is somebody that we all trust. We all watch Blue Planet and the rest of his documentaries, of course. But none of us have ever really met him, and most of us have never met him. Don't know the man, never met him in my life. But I trust him. And I trust him because he talks to the camera. He talks to me. He delivers a message. He teaches. And that is why we trust him. The same for your teachers when you were at school. You didn't know them personally. You didn't really know who they were, but you believed them. You trusted them because they stood and they spoke to you and they taught. So when you speak to your camera, you're not actually speaking to your camera. You're speaking to the person behind the camera. You're speaking to the person watching. You're speaking to you guys. For example, me now. I am speaking to you guys watching. You are probably a dog trainer or a personal trainer or something along those lines, somebody who wants to grow an audience. I'm talking to you now because I know what you're doing. I know you're putting B-roll out. I know you're doing carousels. I know you're doing pictures, and I know you're getting a little bit of growth, but I also know that if you started teaching, started talking to the camera, your growth would explode, and I know this because I did it. Now, How do you do this? Because it is a tricky thing. It's something that a lot of people struggle with. How do you go about filming videos where you talk directly to the camera? Well, it's actually a twofold thing. Number one, it's very simple. You talk to the camera. Number two, it's very difficult because you're talking to the camera. So for me, I've got some tips for you. Don't overcomplicate it. Yeah, for me, what I first did, I started using voice notes on WhatsApp. When I was messaging friends, family, just voice note everybody. And what that does, although you're not talking to a camera, it gets you used to just talking to nothing, yeah? Because you're just sending a voice note. There's nobody kind of following the conversation on. There's not another person there to talk to. So you get used to just talking, yeah? Voice notes. Don't overcomplicate it. Your videos don't have to be perfect. They don't have to be well edited. By all means, guys, go onto my dog training Instagram, check it out, watch my old videos. I didn't even have a mic in my first ones, to be honest with you. It was just filmed on my phone, front-facing camera, no mic. It was awful. All you need is your phone, yeah? Film it on the rear-facing camera, not the front-facing, because it is a better quality. Get yourself a mic. Doesn't have to be an expensive mic. I'm wearing now, it's a DJI mic, but you can buy all sorts of mics now, like they're everywhere. Doesn't have to be expensive. A mic, a phone, and that is it. And that is literally it. Get your ideas down. I wouldn't kind of plan the video too deeply. I find personally for myself, I'm better if I just riff. Yeah, if I have a rough idea of what the video is about, and then I just riff. Because the truth is, if you're filming a video for your online business, you're filming a video talking about something you already know about. So what you'll find is it just starts to come out. The moment you start talking, it just starts to come out and you don't really have to plan it and think about it. So for me, that's my biggest tip, is to start voice notes, get a mic, use your phone, and just film a load of videos. Just jot down a load of ideas, go out for a walk and film a load of videos. Put some personality into it, put some excitement into it. If you're doing something like PT or something like that, like my dog training videos, I'd have my dog and we'd rehearse stuff and we'd practice stuff and we'd teach things. But don't worry too much about it. It doesn't have to be perfect. Don't spend hours editing it. I just edit my videos. My social media videos take me literally 5 minutes to edit, if that. I use the Edits app from Instagram. Sometimes I use CapCut, whatever. Everybody hates CapCut, but sometimes I still use it. Just don't overthink it. Do not overcomplicate it. Do not overthink it. But the big message of this video, I can promise you, is if you start doing content where you talk directly to the camera, talking directly to the person you want to talk to, your ideal client, your business will begin to accelerate because people will trust you, they will believe you, they will build a connection with you, they'll get to know you, and that is what you need if you're going to sell something to them. If you're an online coach like me and you're going to sell something to them, you need them to believe you, to trust you, to want to work with you. That is what you need, and the only way that happens really is by talking to them. So don't overcomplicate it, start talking to your camera. It is such a simple thing to do, such a simple change, but promise you, it makes a big impact. Now, the reason I'm doing this video is from somebody I was speaking to the other day about business, another dog trainer, and I checked out their Instagram, and most of their stuff on there was just a few snippets of them working with the dog, maybe some B-roll stuff, maybe some posts, and they weren't growing. That was their big issue when they came to me, was they weren't growing on social media. And that was basically why, because nobody knew who you were. Nobody could trust you. Nobody had any idea. They knew you were a dog trainer, but that was it really. You've got to start speaking to that camera. You've got to start teaching people and telling people what you do. You've got to get your personality across so that people want to work with you. So it's a really simple change. Give it a go, have a go, let me know, drop me a comment, implement it for a few weeks. Drop me a comment on the video, let me know if it worked, let me know how you found it, if you struggled to film videos, because I can always do videos for you guys. Don't forget, unlike a lot of YouTubers, I'm gonna ask you guys what you wanna see. So if you're struggling with a certain aspect of this, drop me a video, drop me a comment, sorry, and I'll do a video where I help you. I help teach you how to solve that problem. I'm not just gonna be like a lot of YouTube business gurus who just churns out content in a way where I get to talk about my own revenue, because that's what most of them do. I want to help you guys. So hit subscribe, guys, drop a comment, drop a like, let me know what's going on, and let me know what you want to see next.